What's up, YouTube? I hope you've missed me as much as I've missed you. Today, on Honest Review, we are reviewing famous Helix Ice 7. When I say Honest Review, is because I'm not paid by Humminbird. I'm not one of those pro staff that has to sign a contract and only say positive thing to get a small deal on stuff. I'm paying full price like you guys, and here's my honest review. Now it's time to take the gloves off. I've just put the unit together. Took me about 10 minutes. Fairly simple, super easy to read instruction. Thumbs up for Humminbird for that. First thing I've noticed, no cover for the screen, no gimbal mount if I want to bring it from my ice fishing setup to my boat where I already have a transducer. So no cover, thumbs down for Humminbird. No gimbal mount. It is a gimbal mount made for the case. That's it. It's not going to fit anywhere else. It's very bulky. It's fairly light. Humminbird gets a thumbs down for that. The other things I've noticed was the transducer holder. I haven't taken out yet, but I can tell you, if you ride in a snowmobile in your truck and it's bumpy, or you're walking and your sled's gonna bounce, the transducer is not gonna stay in the transducer holder. There's no mechanism to secure it there, or it's not snug. I'm gonna have to put some tape or make a small mechanism so it stays there. Otherwise, the transducer is gonna bounce everywhere, and you got no screen cover. First two things I've noticed that really bug me with those two things. Now, the casing is great, good quality, big zippers. We are going to go take the unit out and test it for the weekend, and I'll let you guys know at the end of this video what I really think of the unit. I've already reviewed a few things where I've put some thumbs down. Now it's time to see what the unit, how the unit performs. Alright, so I'm out here and not far from shore right now. There's some guys fishing, but we're gonna power the Humminbird Helix Ice 7, and I'm gonna use the chart that I've put in there to try to find some panfish for us and test this unit out and give a good review on it. So power of this bad boy on. So we're gonna power it on. And startup seems to be quite fast with those, so definitely a thumbs up for Humminbird on that. The processor on these little units is pretty fast. Alright, here we go. So right now I'm looking for the nav screen, which is right here. So it's already populated the GPS. Just got to connect. The map's already populated, and then we're just going to find a GPS location. This processor in here seems to be pretty fast, so thumbs up on Humminbird for that. I must say I'm truly impressed with what I'm seeing at first glance, at how fast the screen is growing and how real time it is. I'm assuming as you go deeper it might get a bit slower on the real time and the screen won't scroll as fast, but I'm impressed here. I must say the lighting separation and the details into this unit is great. These are just air bubbles stuck in my line moving. So I'm really impressed with this unit. And you see we got a fish rising on boat screen. He's right here. Another thing I noticed is what's really cool what Humminbird did. What I like is you can select your cone degree and see how wide of a radius you have depending on the how deep you are. So right now I have a 6 cone radius. So anything that will swim under this hole by 6 feet radius will mark on the fish finder, and I really like the target separation that I'm having right now. I'm impressed. We have the zoom option here. Here's a hard fish coming up. As you can see, two of them. See if I can get them going. Still on my bait. Yeah, I'm really liking how the unit is reacting. There's a good processor in this unit.
Humminbird in the past I've been known to have slow processor the bigger the unit goes, but this one it's great so far.
One thing I've noticed with the unit as I'm using it is the battery depleting fairly quickly with the lead acid. On my second day I went out and changed to a lithium ion battery that I already have from Dico with the lithium. It made a world of difference traveling. I cut the weight almost by 2/3 by going to lithium ion battery. This is a fairly expensive unit, and one thing you notice when you're paying $800-900, you would expect in more modern days that lithium ion is the best technology. You're buying the best ice unit on the market as per Humminbird. You would think they would come with lithium ion battery by now. One thing I did notice about the Humminbird battery is how fast it depleted from 100% to 70% over the first hour. After the first hour, out of a period of 4 hours fishing, it stayed stable between 65 and 70%. I did not push the capacities of that battery. I was satisfied with the battery, but when you have a lithium ion battery and you've tried one, it's really hard to add the weight when you can check the weight. On my second day, as you can see, I'm using the lithium ion battery, and it really made me fall in love with the unit. So for that, Humminbird doesn't get a thumbs down or a thumbs up. I'll leave my thumb undisplayed. I think that's something that fish finder company should be thinking about. Lithium ion battery plays a big part in our everyday items. Red lithium can work in the cold, no problem.
Alright guys, so this is going to be it for the review. I've been testing this unit back and forth a couple times, been out. I'm really enjoying the unit. There's a few things, as I've mentioned earlier, that are kind of bugging me with the unit, and it's nothing to do with the unit itself or the software or the program. It's little bells and whistles when you're paying $1,000 with tax Canadian. There's no cover for the fish finder for the graph. That's, you know, it doesn't cost much for a company to make something, so I really wish Humminbird put a cover for this. The transducer holder, whether you're walking, put it in your car, or especially if you're a guy like me that uses a snowmobile to get out there, the transducer, there's no way it stays in the transducer holder. It's loose. Humminbird should have came with something better to hold the transducer in place. You can put it on the pocket here, but it might get damaged outside when you're using a snowmobile and everything is going back and forth in your sled, you know. So cover, transducer holder, they get a thumb down on that. Definitely a thumbs up within, you know, response of the unit, how quick the unit is. The processor is really quick on this. Picking up bob, we're almost got real time on this. It's one of the fastest unit I've seen out there, close to real time. The casing is good quality, so definitely thumbs up on this. Really wish they put a cover and a better way to hold the transducer in place. I mean, we're in 2018 going to 2019. Some R&D should have been put in this. If it wasn't for this, this would have been rated a high 9. Would I recommend this unit? 100%. It's a good unit. It's definitely going to be added to my tool. It's not going back to the store. I'll make some modification to make it more snug here, and I'll have to spend an extra $30 to get a cover. You know, I'm going to rate this unit a strong 8.6. Otherwise, if Humminbird had those little bells and whistle, it would have been in the 9 easily. So definitely a thumbs up from Sebastian, and I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for me, please. Like the video, and definitely comment what other product you would like to see. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.